The House subcommittee holds a hearing on the crisis at the border, and representatives talked about California and the dire situation for its residents, saying there's a housing crisis, a homeless crisis, with tent cities crowding sidewalks, and solutions are bleak. This as Border Patrol prepares to welcome hundreds of thousands more immigrants. And here to talk about Reform California is Carl DeMaio. Carl, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Now, on your website, you mentioned California, and along with other blue states like New York, they're seeing a fight or flee trend, with a lot of folks packing it up and moving to places like Texas and Florida, essentially taking more funding away for the state. So do you think that this is due to people like Governor Gavin Newsom abusing taxpayers' monies, especially now with the open border?
Oh, absolutely. We have seen in California since 2014 net migration, and we've never seen this in the history of our state. We've always added population each year because we have beautiful beaches and wonderful weather and wonderful communities. It used to be that California was a land of opportunity with the best schools, the best infrastructure, the best economy, and the best weather. But now people are fleeing California. And what we're seeing is that its cost of living is the number one reason why people are leaving, with the high taxes, the mandates, the regulations imposed by Governor Newsom and the supermajority Democrats in the state. But also they're disgusted. People are disgusted with California because of the grime and the crime. Homelessness has gone up, crime has spiked, schools are failing, roads are crumbling, jobs have been destroyed. The list goes on and on. It's no longer the golden state of opportunity. It really is a hellhole for many people, and they make the very hard decision to flee the state. I'm urging them to stay and fight. I believe California is worth saving, and I don't believe you can have a healthy, prosperous, or strong America with a sick California.
All right, so I want to ask you, how do Republicans win in a deeply blue state like California? And as you just said, take California back.
Well, I blame the Republican Party of California for being a dumpster fire of incompetence and dysfunction. For the last 30 years, they haven't had a message. They've been run by consultants who are literally profiting off of failure. And the party bosses don't seem to really mind as long as they stay in power. I do not want to be like the Democrats. I do not want to be, milquetoast or hide my ideas. I believe that we should be proud of offering better ideas and alternatives in California. Second, we need to recruit better candidates and elected officials who are going to stand on principle. A lot of the incumbent Republicans are lazy and they're cowards. They're not fighting. Third, we have to rebuild our grassroots. We need to rebuild our volunteer programs, our high school and college canvas programs. A lot of the campaign political operatives have fled the state because there really is no opportunity. So we have to rebuild that infrastructure. Fourth, we have to harvest ballots. I don't like ballot harvesting, but it is the law in California. And we have to use every tool at our disposal to win elections, to turn out our voters. At the same time, we have to make sure the other side doesn't get illegal votes turned out. And so we have to fight for election integrity. That's why I'm authoring a voter ID law to put on the ballot in California. And then fifth, we don't get any financial support from the National Republican Party. And so I'm begging donors across the country, send us freedom fighters some supplies behind enemy lines.
All right, before I let you go, tell our viewers where they can learn more about your initiative. Is it just all on your website?
Yeah, if you go to reformcalifornia.org, you can contribute, but it also contains all sorts of news stories on just how bad things are in California. We are a campaign organization. We don't just want to inform, we want to activate. And so if you click under the campaign section, you'll find our efforts to have a campaign to end homelessness, to fight crime, to support police, to reform our schools by recruiting school board candidates in every district, to our California Taxpayer Protection Initiative, which I've authored to get tax control back implemented in the state of California. All these campaigns, I believe, are on the issues that people care about, and we could certainly use help. So go to reformcalifornia.org and join the fight.
All right, you just heard from Carl DeMaio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.